Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna make maybe what feels like a weird video to me. I've not really done something like this before, but I thought I made an episode just to answer some Q&A, mostly regarding the FCX24M. And again, I think my series of this FCX24M has drawn a lot of traction. I know that for a fact, as I can see it from my YouTube stats, right? You guys and a lot of people seem to be interested in this model, and I don't blame you guys because I was really keen and interested in this model as well the moment I saw it. So if you followed my series, you basically seen how I done the lights, functioning winch, so on and so forth, and mainly the lights, right? And also some of the weathering. There is a huge interest in the lights and the winch, so I get a lot of questions on how do you wire up the winch. So I thought I use this episode to just quickly explain so that you guys can do the wiring yourself as well. But again, just to showcase again how it works, you basically turn it on and you can see the winch here. You can zoom in, right? You can see the winch motor, and basically there is a switch at the back here. You can see there is a switch here. It goes left and right. So if I switch it over to this side, it's now going to power the winch. And basically if I use the remote control, I'm using the throttle, and this is again the FMS remote, no changes here. I'm using the throttle to power the winch, so basically to release and also to pull back the winch. And this is being powered by the ESC, right? So it's being powered by the ESC. Nothing really fancy here, so I'm reducing as much as the original parts as I can. Same goes to the lights. You can see here, press the bind button, so you can see the lights as well. Everything runs from the original remote, and again I have a whole series showing you guys how it's done, how it's being wired, and so on. So now I want to talk about, I just want to show you guys how the ESC is being wired so that you guys can better understand and maybe do it yourself. So if I power this off, move it to the side. So basically what I did is, let me zoom it in so that you guys can see. Okay, so if you imagine this is the ESC, so this will be the connector to the motor, positive and negative. This will be the motor, this will be the drive motor, and this would be the winch. Right? So this will be the 2-position switch here. Positive, negative, positive, negative. So what I do is I basically wire the positive together, right? like so, the positive together and the negative to the switch. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like, and basically one goes to the motor and the other goes to the winch. Okay, so just to make it more visible, I'll just highlight the negative in green. Right, so by doing it this way, I could basically just flick the switch left or right to power the winch or the motor, right? So I can do this by just switching it, and it would switch the power left to the winch or to the motor, and I'm just using the throttle trigger. Okay. There were some ideas once I posted this as well to why not try a three position switch, right? So a three position switch would basically have 4 pins. What the third position can do is basically power both the motor and the winch together. That means when you throttle and release, you can power the motor and the winch together. I decided not to do that. Basically, I was struggling to find an appropriate size switch, and I'll show you here. I've been going through different sizes of switches, and it was either too big, too small, not durable enough, or just doesn't fit the application. So I ended up using one of these ones, which is the medium size. If I can show you guys here, this is too large, this is too large, medium size one, and this is too small. Basically, this is too small. Yeah, as you can see here. So if I can zoom in a little bit more, right? So you can see this one, it's too big. So I've used this one, and this is too small. Okay, so again, what I did was to try and find a place I could stick the switch in, so that I can, reach it. So it is back here, so I could flick it with my thumb. Even if the car is on the ground, I could just flick it with my thumb right at the back, and I could easily switch between powering the wheels or the winch. So this is how it's being done, right? So again, this is the diagram. Feel free to freeze frame if you want to, and you can use this idea here. Okay, I hope this helps, and if you have more questions, please let me know. I hope this makes sense. Okay, the second most asked questions, I think, is in terms of the weathering. So many of you ask, how do I make this car look so matte, right? So I did do the weathering. As you can see, this has kind of dirt look on it. There are some scratches, there's some dirt on it, and the main thing is the plastic is not shiny or reflective. The only reflective bits are the parts that I want it to be reflective, like you can see the windscreen, and then there is like dirt on it. right? So you can see the matte finishes on the windows as well. Same goes to the back, right? So the one thing is, if you matte finish this truck just a little bit like I did, just a light lather of matte paint, it will make this truck look so much more realistic, right? Something about it just makes it look more realistic. And I'm not sure whether it's being picked up by the camera, but the matte bits are only at the bottom, right? So, and the top roof it's still a bit more shiny. So I purposely left the roof or the top bits of the car a little bit more shiny, or I didn't spray on it. As you can see, maybe in this pillar here as well, you can see the gradient. The lower part looks more matte, and then the upper part looks a bit more shiny. So that kind of gives the illusion where the bottom of the truck is more dirty or more dusty compared to the roof. And that's intentional. That is done intentionally. And the big question is, how do I do that? It's very simple. All I did was to get one of these sprays. This is a clear spray from Mr. Hobby, and what you can see is it's using a flat finish. Flat finish basically means a matte finish. There's something really special about this particular paint as well, that it has a UV cut. This is to have UV protection on your vehicle, on your models as well. So this is really nice to have. I've used this for some of my model builds as well, some Gundams and models. If you have a display cabinet that is exposed to the sun, you know, this would do, you know, wonders to your models, and it will protect it against UV and prevent your models from turning yellow. So these, I think, are the two main questions, right? So again, I hope that helps. And the third thing I kind of want to talk about is something has kind of happened to my channel. It's not a bad thing, which is a good thing. Somehow doing this FMS series has helped me gain enough followers and views to put my YouTube channel into the YouTube partnership program. And that basically means I now am able to monetize my video content. And I think, you know, that I'm very happy with it, and that basically means it puts me into the position where I can pursue this hobby and maybe make money, maybe, right? YouTube is not my full-time job. I do have a full-time job. My YouTube channel is just a work of passion, something on the side. As you can see, most of my videos are mainly how-to videos, how to do certain stuff, and very much RC related as much as possible as well, because that is my passion. That's where I really like. Some content attracts more viewers than others, and apparently big brand RCs like FMS is one of those big brands that draw a lot of attraction. And to be honest, I'm not those big YouTubers where I go out and buy every RC, every big brand RC, do a video review. If they're sponsored, you know, do a once-off video, run it off the ground, and then that's it. These are all RCs that I spend with my own money, and I live in a fairly urban area, which doesn't allow me to really go out and crawl in and make cinematic outdoor runs, right? For me to go to an outdoor scene to run these trucks will require a lot more effort compared to some other YouTubers who has easy access to these locations, and nothing wrong with that. It's just that I don't feel like making those kind of videos. Running videos and all those kind of stuff look nice, but I don't feel like making those kind of videos because there are many YouTubers already doing that, right? I like to tweak my models. I like to make them look as realistic as possible, and maybe show some how-to guides, you know, if you guys are interested on replicating the same thing. And that's my passion, right? I build these things, and some of these trucks, for the life of them, never touch the real world, never touch real ground or solid ground. They're just shelf queens, and it is what it is, right? If I have the opportunity, I would take them out and run it, but I have a family, I have a child, I want to spend time with them, and I don't have time to go out and run this and make a video. So a lot of my hobbies right now are going to be small scale. I sold a lot of my bigger scale stuff, 14 scale, 10 scale trucks, and over time, especially during and after pandemic, I've started moving to smaller scale RCs, and one of them, you know, 135 scale trucks. This is a fully functioning, fully proportional truck. Servo, ESC, motor, full working suspension. And this truck, this Tacoma, is fully 3D printed. So this entire thing is fully 3D printed, and I basically built it, and I did a video series about this one. If you'd like to see it, I'll link it below. Somehow I don't know if people are not interested, but the views are relatively low. But I kind of like these kind of stuff, right? I like getting my hands dirty, building stuff, and at the end of the day have full functional working RCs, right? Desktop RCs that you can run around on your desk. And one big one for me that is coming up on this channel is this one. This is the 135 8-wheel drive. I've shown kids this in my previous videos, but again, if you're not following, you might not know. This is also a fully 3D printed kit. It's all white color right now, but you can see this is fully resin printed. It's 135 scale. It's going to be very nice alongside my Orlando's. Look at the donut wheels, very nice. And I bought this kit off from China. I even have brushless motors, very tiny brushless motors that I plan to put on this truck. Receivers, waiting for some servos to come in. Yeah, so I like this kind of stuff, but again, I'm not sure whether you guys are interested, and I don't know. I've been gaining fairly new followers recently, and I assume the recent followers are mostly RC enthusiasts and hobbyists as well. So let me know if you are interested in a certain type of content. If I can, I will try to make it, and you know, hopefully you guys will enjoy. But I will do a video series on this one very soon. Let me also show you my collection, right? And maybe if you're interested, you can let me know and we can have a quick view over those as well. So here is my display cabinet. So aside from RC stuff, I do like collecting some figures, transformers. These are things of the past during my younger days, and just probably I don't touch them anymore, but it's just in the display case. Some of my stuff here, as you can see, some of these are die-cast, some of these are models, and some of these are RCs. If you are an RC fan, you would kind of know this turbo racing 176 scale RC truck. Some Orlandos there, the Land Rover and the Ford F-150, the Scania, one of my favorite RC trucks. This is the 1/43 scale drifter. I have it on my channel as well. This Alfa Romeo right here is a drift car. All of this in the second row are all RCs as well. The famous FMS Max Smasher, one of my favorites. I have the Kyosho 1/48 scale Kyosho, fully modified brass wheels and everything. Again, never touch the outdoors, there's a 124 truck with the trailer, and this thing is massive with a trailer, fully converted to RC, has lights and sounds. If you want to see that, let me know. And a 124 scale BMRX drifter as well. So this is a Tamiya body with a 124 scale drift chassis underneath. So this is a drift car. Have a video series on that as well. So the bottom here, again, some SCX 24 ripoff truck. Fairly cool. I haven't done a video on that. I have not talked about that, but that was pretty cool, really cheap, fully functional, really nice car as well. Got the LDRC, famous here in probably the Asian regions. Got it converted, got a drift servo, got a gyro in it as well. Full working lights. I've rewired the lights as well. I have a video on this. And I got this latest one, the 143 drifter car. Have not done a video on that. And maybe the last one would be a MN model that I've had it for years. Fully converted, dual speed gearbox, metal chassis, everything. Never touched the ground before again. So all of my RCs are really shelf queens. Kind of run indoors maybe once or twice, and not seen the outdoors. The only one that's seen the outdoors really is the Orlando Land Rover and the Ford F-150 at the back. So that guy at the back. So only these two Orlandos have seen the outdoors. So yeah, these are some of my collection. There is still some more in the store, which it's boxed up. So I like doing this. Like, all of these have proper lights and sounds. The Kyosho also have lights and sound, full lights and sounds. This 124 drifter has proper lighting. I like doing lights to my RC. So the LDRC, I spend time rewiring all the lights as well. My Scania truck probably has about 30 to 50 LEDs. It's all fully light up, full lights and sound. There's a very nice video on that one, so go check it out. My Orlandos, the Land Rover and the Ford, all fully lights and sounds. So I like doing lights and sounds for my RC cars. So I'm very keen to do tutorials if you're interested in any of those. If there's a particular RC car that you want to see or that you have, and you have questions about how do I light it up, how do I do some wiring, what kind of switches to use, let me know, and maybe I can make videos on those. and hopefully help you guys out on those. Okay, so this is my ask. This is a slight change to my channel. If I were to go make more videos, I was just curious what you guys would like to see and what kind of content that you guys want to see and know, right? This is again my passion channel. It's a hobby channel, just sharing what I love, and hopefully, you know, it will kind of benefit you guys as well in terms of just watching and in terms of knowledge and sharing. Okay, I've been getting a lot of comments lately. You guys are sharing a lot of love, telling me, you know, my stuff is nice and good, and I really appreciate those coming in. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for making this channel possible. I'm just a small-time YouTuber, no big budget. Everything is on my own pocket. So I give my honest opinions and views towards all this, and hopefully, you know, I want to help other RC enthusiasts benefit from the hobby, and let's grow the community together. Okay, all right, thank you guys. Bye bye.